Alright, you already know what time it is, right? It's time for a podcast. It's Friday. It's Friday, yeah, and then Saturday, Sunday. Anyway. And we're live! Boom! Proof. Then, we go right into it. Announcements. My last project of 2025, maybe for some time, I don't know. I've been on an absolute sprint in the last half of this year. I need to reevaluate my writing techniques, abilities, and that's it. I did want to say promotion, but no. Last project of the year, Christmas. It's a bunch of demos. Who knows when I'll finish them demos? Last project of the year, first announcement. Next. Oh, here we go. Here is a collection of all the questions asked to me by people I know. First inquiry. Would I not have kids? I think I will. See, that's a yes-no question. That's all I gotta say. Would I collaborate with Miss Rachel? I didn't know who Miss Rachel was until I had to look it up upon being asked this question. I guess the appeal is that she is a children's figure, right? Let's, Miss Rachel. Miss Rachel. She's 43. I don't know why that's the first thing I saw. She's 43. I did see the other day that she is an activist. She announced that she was unsubscribing from the New York Times because of its biased and dehumanizing coverage of Palestinians and Palestine, and its failure to uphold journalistic integrity. Accurso was being funded by Hamas. Accurso wrote to the New York Times that this accusation is not only absurd, it's patently false. Okay, that doesn't really... I mean, I see it, but prior to that question, I would have said, yeah, sure. And then even after that, I'd say, yeah, sure, because... Next inquiry. Would I say I grew up watching YouTube as a kid? Yes. Welcome, Sammy-ZK4IO. YouTube transitions to these default handles, whatever you want to call them. So I identify you as Sammy ZK4IO. What would be YouTube's national anthem? Is there a song that indicates YouTube and is patriotic of YouTube? I don't know. I'll say as a placeholder. I don't know. I don't know how to answer this question. I didn't even think about it after this question was asked. Despacito, Luis Fonsi, Daddy Yankee. YouTube's national anthem. Would I collaborate with Sniper Wolf? Not in her current... I mean, what does she do, right? What does she do? What does Sniper Wolf do? And in what capacity, right? In what capacity?
Excuse me, man.
Stop. What would I collaborate with her on? A reaction video? If there's a good bag involved, right? If that collaboration will pay off all my student debt, sure. But otherwise, it's got to be a one-time thing because she's a. I mean, I remember that whole incident with Jax Films, right? She doxed Jax Films, revealing his residence and whatever. That was. I don't think I've ever seen that at such a high profile level before. Next inquiry. What are bad behaviors to display onto other people? I had some time to think about this for about 5 minutes, and then I told the person who asked me this, okay, I got one now. Claiming subjective things objectively, right? Subjective things, basically anything you could consider art, right? Let's say, let's say this, right? R-Truth is a WWE superstar. You could say that R-Truth is the greatest champion of all time. Well, based on what metric? Because we know that R-Truth had no memorable world title runs, but he did hold the 24/7 title. A record how many times? How many times did R-Truth win the 24/7 championship, which is now defunct, by the way? According to Wikipedia and the AI overview, he has held the 24/7 championship 54 times. Now, does that make him the greatest WWE champion of all time? I don't know what metrics you use, but I would say, objectively, R-Truth has the most recognized championship reigns in WWE history. That is objective. That is something you cannot take away from R-Truth. But to boldly say that he is the greatest champion of all time, then I would ask you to narrow down your subjectivity into objectivity. I mean, champion, that's such an abstract term. Next inquiry. Would I live in Delaware? Yeah. How is Delaware? The DMV, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia area. That's a cool place. I've been down there several times in my life. It's cool. You know. Would I create a blog? No. This is the blog, really. This podcast replaces the blog because the barrier to entry is just so much easier to overcome when I do a podcast rather than a blog. Blog, you got to type out that whole joint and just whatever. Who will I support in the World Cup? World Cup qualifiers. Ah, shoot. World Cup qualifiers, right? Who will I support? Oh my gosh. These 3 countries qualified 2 years before everybody else. Is it over? Who would I support? Who has the most qualifications? I'm going with... Where's Portugal? I don't even know, man. Argentina. I'm gonna say Lamine. Spanish. Spain. Who's on the team? There he is. Man, this is detailed. These are detailed, yeah? That's crazy. I don't know. The Rising Star in Yamal. I will go with... no. I don't even know, man. France. Final answer. Alright. Next. Do I think AI image editing technology can be used for bad things? Yes. Would I get back into drawing? Not for the time being. Because I've replaced that with writing lyrics. Would I get a Casio watch? I would love to be gifted one and just, you know, every now and then if I want to look a little proper. Especially with the suit and tie, you know. I'd get a Casio watch. Or I would accept a gift of a Casio watch. I don't know if I would go out of my way to buy one, because I'm not a watch guy to begin with, but, you know. Alright, next. Mentions! Our first mention. I'm going to have to mute the thing and then scroll down immediately.
My energy bill dropped from $150 to $50 by doing this. My friends laughed at me when I spent $49
in 2014.
2 days until nationwide facial recognition. Ah! Great YouTube feature, you know? What? Great YouTube feature. Check this out. Can I summarize the video? Thank you, YouTube. So I don't have to watch it and risk a strike. This video discusses the growing landscape of surveillance in the U.S., Amazon Sidewalk is a... What is this? Designed to extend the range of smart devices. Okay. Ring and Flock partnership. Law enforcement, Ring, whatever, nationwide facial recognition, yada, yada, yada. Cool! Our home does not have a Ring doorbell. Another GTA 6 leak! Let's look into it. You have... Not available. GTA 6, okay, it's a real leak. I didn't look at it because it's a year away, and I'm not completely peckish about buying the game yet. What I do wait on is getting the Platinum Trophy for every game I bought in the last 4 years. I need to finish those up. That'll be next once it comes out, but, you know. That's a year away. I do trust Rockstar, even if they delayed it to 2027. I have enough entertainment, video games wise, and any other aspect of life. I think I have enough entertainment to last until a 2028 release date. And by then, we will probably look into the next generation of gaming. So they can delay it as much as they want. I just want it to drop like a nuke on release. I want Rockstar to convince me that GTA 6 is one of the greatest of all time on release. Next, state guessing test. Okay, I guess we'll do a GeoGuessr. Preferably one that doesn't make my computer sound like a jet engine. Alright. Let's go. Speed run, 7 minutes. Let's go. Boom. That's the first one. Yeah. See, the Midwest, I don't flippin' know, man. The flip. Yeah, right. I will get all... Oh my gosh, I knew that. I just... What the flip? Who cares? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow, I'm doing The East Coast I got on lock. The East Coast... Well, most of the East Coast. I just... My brain... Here. But yeah, the Midwest, I struggle with the Midwest. Anyway. That's the United States. I did the state guessing. Okay... Okay, there's nothing. Alright. State guessing test. No thoughts. I'm just mindless, you know. No thoughts right now, no immediate thoughts. A little slow. So I'm recovering from yet another consecutive... Evident by me muting the microphone and covering a paper towel over my face. I just sneezed. Okay. Boy, you didn't see the leak? Where did you send the leak? I have checked 3 sources. I have checked 3 places. I don't see anything. I've checked YouTube chat, I've checked Discord, I've checked iMessages. Ooh, I'll dox you. Anyway, find it. Dave Meltzer! Dave Meltzer. Or, yeah, because I'm a pro wrestling guy until I die. We're going to look at Acclaim, right? I trust Meltzer, right? He usually cleared in chat by a bot. Oh, okay. Because I alternate between top chat and live chat. I can't see it. Anyway, Meltzer. Ooh, okay. For the sake, check Discord, all caps. You know, you really should do a podcast. What's this? Ooh, I'm gonna get in trouble. Alright, bikes. Okay, cool. Bikes. Alright, AEW has engaged in the Continental Classic to anticipate a banger World's End finale. We have Okada and Takeshita in different blocks of the Continental Classic. I hope they collide at the end. That would be awesome. But they would, in kayfabe, be so weak because they have to fight each other at limited capacity. Okada defeats Pac. Gold League match. 4.25 stars. Okay. Kyle Fletcher defeats Kevin Knight. I mean, Don Callis' family's really winning, right? As long as... yeah, whatever. 4.5 stars. Semi-final death match between Timeless Love Bombs and the Mega Problems? What? Okay. Three and a half stars. Claudio defeats John Moxley. 4 stars. I'm surprised it isn't a time limit draw because they're stablemates. Nice. Okay, next. NXT. Bunch of people. Dante Chen. A Singaporean WWE superstar. Okay, well. NXT. This has happened before, right? Yeah. Okay. 6-woman tag match between Kendall Gray, Lullaby, Sol Ruka, and Fatal Influence. 3.5 stars. Whatever this all-star Dark State, are we really gonna build Dark State as a threat? Because I still can't get over their interference on the Javon Evans-Leon Slater match at Bound for Glory. Okay. Oh yeah, we have the Time Is Now semifinal. Alright, last Time Is Now tournament semifinal. LA Knight defeats Jey Uso. 3.5 stars. Cool. I know the outcome. It's going to be Gunther versus LA Knight. Gunther's going to win, but people who follow the wrestling leaks for the past month knew that Gunther was rumored to win. It's been decided. 3.5 stars. Ooh, World Tag Team title match. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee defeat the New Day. 3.75 stars. In what is perhaps the best singles match of Solo Sikoa's career, Gunther defeats Solo Sikoa. 4.25 stars. Gunther has apparently been on a tear in this tournament. These 3 matches were all quite good. Apparently, according to this and this. Yeah. You can't forget about this, though. You know what I'm saying? Whatever this was. Saturday night's main event. Yeah, they tried their best. I watched All in Texas, though. Anyway. Oh, yeah, whatever this was. Was this the same thing? Oh yeah. Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair versus Io Sky and Rhea Ripley, 3.5 stars. Okay, cool. Next. Anything else worth noting? We have Death Riders versus Relevos Increíbles. What does that mean? Shoot.
Incredible relays.
Incredible Relays? Is that just another is this just another tornado tag? Marquise Collins 2122. Tulung, that is my name. It's my government last name. Oh yeah, Death Riders versus these guys, 4.25. Cool. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Alright, here we go. I need to look at my ratings for War Games. I need to look at my ratings for War Games. Alright, so, well, this is a great start. Still grinding Crash 1 Platinum. Nice. I am still grinding Anthem Platinum. I think I'll get it by next week or 2 weeks from now. And then I can get rid of that game. Servers will shut down. I will have a prestigious Platinum trophy. Awesome. Alright, Survivor Series War Games 2025. This was apparently okay. Can I pin the note? Alright. So, Survivor Series War Games. AJ Lee. They're giving it 7 out of 10. His criminal needs to be an 8 or higher. I'll just do this. Okay, War Games 10-man tag match. AJ Lee, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, Io Sky, and Rhea Ripley defeat Becky Lynch, Lash Legend, Nia Jax, and the Kabuki Warriors. Why? I mean, they're already thrusting, Lash Legend into pay-per-view status. Was this her first match on the main roster? Let's think about it, right? Okay, Evolution, but that was Battle Royal. NXT. Do you think Wolfenstein 2 deserves a 9 out of 10? Yes! I do think Wolfenstein 2 deserves a 9 out of 10. Because I didn't realize how many attempts I needed to complete Mein Leben. It was as early as, what, my second session, right? Second, or I want to say it was at least 10 hours in before I started attempting Mein Leben. That means it took 60 hours of practice to finish Mein Leben. It's a lot of practice. I do think it deserves a 9 out of 10. Okay, yeah, Lash Legend also came out last for the heel War Games team. I totally anticipated the crowd reaction too, with all due respect. Women's War Games, 2 3/4 stars. I gave it 3.5 stars. Next is Dominic Mysterio versus John Cena in a singles match for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. I gave it 3.5 stars. 3.25 stars. Okay, similar realm. It's a bronze trophy too, yeah? Yeah, I don't... They gotta swap the trophy, whatever. Although if you hunt exclusively... Unless you're exclusively a gold trophy hunter, which is weird. I think everything under the platinum is whatever. Unless you're a pure trophy hunter. I am kind of exclusively a Platinum Trophy hunter, so everything under the Platinum doesn't matter much to me. What is more brutal, Black Ops 3 or Wolfenstein 2? Well, Black Ops 3 does not... no, actually. I want to say they're equal, right? Because I did cheese one of the parts of Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3, you gotta do the combat simulator on realistic difficulty. And I grew impatient, unfortunately, and I had to glitch it. And yeah. If people flag it as illegitimate, I understand. I get it. Wolfenstein 2, I mean, I was forced to not cheese it. Actually, the cheeses that you could do potentially resulted in death. So, the risk was not worth the reward in that instance. You just had to play it. Alright. Oh yeah, Dominic Mysterio fakes an injury. I thought he was injured, but then we just kept going. Next, Nikki Bella versus Stephanie Vaquer in a singles match for the Women's World Championship. I don't know why this match exists. I gave it 1.5 stars. 1.25 stars. Stephanie Vaquer defeats Nikki Bella. What has her recent run been? A whole lot of nothing. Wolfenstein 2 has one of the most painful, unskippable cutscenes. Yes, every time you restart Mein Leben, you must endure, I think, I counted it, 7 minutes of unskippable cutscenes, or just slog? Stuff you gotta slog through? Yeah, that was probably the worst part of Mein Leben. The fact that you can't instantly repeat after you fail makes Mein Leben a grueling task. I mean, 7 minutes once you fail a permadeath run, that'll test your patience. But anyway, I saw Clash in Paris. Yep. Yep. Yeah, these 2 pay-per-view matches are back-to-back duds. I'm sorry. Why? Alright, and finally, 1.56. It used to be 0.8 when I got the Platinum Trophy, I think. I think Nick AR has inspired a lot of people. Next, the Men's War Games match. Brock Lesnar, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Drew McIntyre, and Logan Paul versus CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, and Roman Reigns. I gave this 4.25 stars. Yeah, sure, yeah. I liked this match. I saw this rating and I thought, okay. I mean, people are entitled to their own opinion. All I say is that Dave and I agree. Rarer than Crash 4, and a lot of people say Crash 4 Platinum harder. I'd like to know who says the Crash 4 Platinum is harder. Maybe they're not used to platformers, and that's why they think Crash 4 is harder, because Wolfenstein 2 is a shooter. And I am definitely no stranger to shooters in my trophy hunting journey. I grew up on shooters, so, you know, some of the mechanics were second nature. So that's that. That's War Games. And we're done. The next page, I don't even know what's on the next page. Probably Collusion or something. Oh, shoot. Oh, yeah. There was, whatever this was. More Death Riders? More Death Riders in Arena Mexico? Interesting. More Death Riders in Arena Mexico. Los Hermanos Chavez defeat Death Riders for the CMLL World Tag Team title match. Can I get Gold Relic in Crash 4 like Crash 1? No. You need the Platinum Relic for all levels. Because I think Toys for Bob goes one step below the highest level relic in the game. In Crash 1, 2, and 3, the highest was a platinum relic, you just needed the gold relic. In Crash 4, the highest is a Toys for Bob relic, and you just need the platinum relic. Toys for Bob relic times are borderline speedrunner times. I think they're times completed by the developers themselves, which is why they're so yeah. Okay, yeah, these guys defeat Death Riders for the CMLL World Tag Titles, 3.5 stars. Claudio is a world champion again. Claudio Castagnoli defeats Gran Guerrero for the CMLL World Heavyweight title, 4.5 stars. Okay. And I don't know... Tournament of the Blue Legend 2025 final 3-way match. Barbaro Cavernario defeats Mystico and Soberano Junior. 4 3/4 stars. Would you rather do a no death run on the hardest difficulty for 4 hours or do platinum relics for 4 hours? I would rather do platinum relics for 4 hours because at least there's repeatability, easier repeatability, shorter levels, and a greater plasticity for repetition. Platinum relics all day. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Okay. El Grande Americano. In perhaps Ludwig Kaiser's best singles match. I didn't see it. Maybe I'll revisit it. In perhaps his best singles match of his career, El Grande Americano defeats El Hijo del Vikingo. 4.5 stars. A sub 10-minute match. Yeah, bro, I don't know what to do, LOL. I hate Crash 1 so much. You just gotta boom, 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 boom. Just keep going, and you will learn something. You will learn something. You can apply that to anything in life. As long as you learn and change your methods when you know it fails, you can't fail. You know what I'm saying? We had the AAA World Cruiserweight title contendership 3-way match between Jack Cartwheel, Chris Carter, and Elio LaFleur. 4 1/4 stars. Sub 10-minute 4 1/4 star match. Maybe I gotta check those out. These sub 10-minute 4 1/4 stars matches. You know what I'm saying? The bridge levels in Crash 1 are brutal. LOL. Yes, because I don't know why Crash is so susceptible to slipping. It's so annoying. Oh, we have this thing. I didn't see this yet. This was missing from the previous, I think. We have a World Tag League Block B match between the Mighty Don't Kneel and Shota Umino and Yuya Uemura. 4 3/4 stars. And let's just skim over all the other matches, right? Because Dave Meltzer, yeah, we got a 5-star match between Commander and Mascaro Dorada. By far, the bridge levels are the platinum breaker. I would agree. There are a lot of platinum breaking levels in the game. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going to recap the big highlights. Brodito versus FTR. And Mark Briscoe versus Kyle Fletcher got 5-star ratings. Chris Statlander becomes the second woman to pin Mercedes Moné. Did I show this last time? I think I did. Oh, this was unrated last time I checked. I don't know what this is. El Sky Team versus... Yep. Yep. Major League Wrestling got a rating. You'd rather do Super Meat Boy. Well, be my guest. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, this I attended? Yeah, sure. Yeah. Cool. Alright, Dave is done. Next. Bars I may listen to. There's none of this in the New Music Friday. So I had to go to the release radar. Good thing Spotify knows what I want to hear every Friday. I think Westside Gun put me on to the proper pronunciation of Saucony. Right? My Saucony's Glowing by Westside Gun. This is a 3-song EP. Yeah. Yeast Talkin' by Hit Boy and Spank Nitty James. Always appreciate good Hit Boy production. A lot of, there's rapping on it. Of course, you got to recruit the rappers on here. Yeast Talkin'. We have a single from Alone Star and Pusha T, In the Cut. What's my proudest platinum trophy? My proudest platinum trophy? Super Meat Boy. It's got to be Super Meat Boy, right? It is my rarest platinum trophy. And probably my hardest platinum trophy. Yeah, that's my proudest platinum trophy. Yeah, I mean, people still talk about my Super Meat Boy Platinum to this day. Nah. Yeah, Alone Star, Pusha T, In the Cut. I thought this was an old cut, because I don't see Pusha T coming out often, just, doing some stuff. We have an album from, I don't know who Bass Hollow is, but the album Night. I saw a bunch of rappers I recognized on this. They're doing alternate. They got this... I heard a drill track, some pop joint, some trap. A Math Lover, L2O, can I be your proudest platinum trophy? I kind of want to play Nier Automata now. Nier Automata, Metal Gear Solid, The Last of Us. But I got to go through all the games I paid for because I have to. I got to finish what I started. I paid for it anyway, so... Yeah. Night by Bass Hollow. You got King Crooked. You got Snoop Dogg, Gucci Mane. A lot of trap beats, a drill beat, and a house or whatever. It's a very weird album, but it's kind of compelling to see all these, these ruthless lyricists over some modern production. Next. Oh, here we go. Welcome to the most depraved part of the podcast. TikTok 10 swipes. Remember, everybody I find on my For You page. What the flip? Hold on, this is what I see off rip. Again, anything you see right here is public domain if it's on my For You page. Can't even say if Nier is good or not, because I am stuck on the intro. Well... Super Meat Boy got so many no death runs, but only takes 20 seconds. Yeah. It's a lot of rhythm, right? It's almost a rhythm game at points. So many simple jumps. I mean, the slightest touch kills you. That's why. And it's a 2D platformer, so there's so little room for error in these no-death runs. Anyway.
Nigger.
I don't...
Nigger. Bitch, my name, Kier.
I don't think I want to... One!
You gonna die too. Hold on.
Okay.
Stop. Let me.
2!
Oh fuck, oh fuck.
2, what? What number was that? 1, 2, 3. Oops! It's a Shopify ad. That takes up the third space. 4.
Something that I didn't know until very recently is that there are levels to this gooning shit. There are very the class. really do anything for him. And I used Doxbin, and I...
What number is this? I keep forgetting because I'm dumbfounded. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Something that I didn't know until very recently.
5.
Mom, rather shit food.
Hot damn. I don't like you.
6.
Where's the phone?
7.
Somebody's watching me. It's my anxiety. Somebody's watching me.
This has 164,000 likes. What is the comment section saying? What number was this? Did you count the ad? Yeah, I counted the ad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
If your TikTok
9.
videos are still stuck at
Oh,
200
TikTok for
views,
business
you need
ad.
to use
Sorry, it
TikTok
takes up
Ads
to 10
Manager. These are my
swipes.
views.
10.
Tried dipping, he begged me to stay. Babe, I'm not staying, I just wanna play. In the party, he just wanna romp. Big
If your TikTok videos are still stuck at
I'm
200
not gonna play
views,
that
you
any
need to
further,
use
so I
TikTok
don't
Ads
risk
Manager. These are my
copyright.
views.
Freestyle. This is 9. I counted the ad again. Yeah, I will count the ad because it is 10 swipes. By this point, I'm just... Freestyle. Yeah, we counting ads out here. I get increasingly mad out here. First VCV3, the Disputed Edition. Unfinished demos remains the tradition. Demons? Might need to switch to YouTube Short. TikTok is far and away the most popular short form content platform. All right. I don't know what else to add now. I either sit here in silence until I think of something to say, or if somebody has something to say, I'm all ears. I have about 12 minutes left on this podcast. This is a good time for me to drink water and update my calendar. Alright, let's update the calendar. I always brush my teeth, don't play with me. I think I wrote bars today. I went to the prize picks every day, don't play with me. I went to the gym on Thursday. Super late, unfortunately. And then I will do the podcast. Done. Right there. Here we go. Weekly Q&A. I don't know if I want to revisit that GTA 6 leak I saw earlier in the podcast. Because it was just bikes. Was that it? The leak is bikes? Maybe I will look at it again, right? Let me look at it again. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the thing as we speak. It's a bike. A bike steal and a truck dismount? Those are the two GTA 6 leaks. Okay. Still here. I don't know why, but somebody that I used to know plays in my head right now. You know what? It used to be tradition on previous podcast installments. Now it's optional. But, great way to kill time. Revisit the... I probably shouldn't research... Short reads. Americans are following. I mean, this is all I can look at, right? I mean, it's all data. It's hard. They're hard reads for somebody who likes shocking stories and subjectivity and whatever. But I mean, yeah, it's facts, you know. As Democrats' anger spikes, Americans' feelings about the federal government grow more polarized. Frustration is common across the political spectrum, regardless of which party holds the presidency. Trust in government, lower than last year. People don't like the government, eh? 73% of Americans trusted the federal government to do the right thing almost always or most of the time. This is the post-World War era, post-World War II era. Trust began eroding amid the escalation of the Vietnam War. Decline continued with Watergate. Okay. Public trust reached a 3-decade high shortly after the September 11th terrorist attacks, but declined again quickly in the wake of the Iraq War and the financial crisis of the late 2000s. The shares saying they can trust the government always or most of the time have never been higher than 30% since 2007. I mean... Eisenhower, Kennedy, Johnson, Nixon... Ford, Carter, Reagan, H.W. Bush, Clinton, W. Bush, Obama. Okay, yeah. Cursing out, what? This is a quiz? Pew Research Center, you know. Cool. Next. I used to look at NPR articles, yeah? NPR articles. Supreme Court agrees to hear arguments in birthright citizenship challenge. Traffic congestion hits a record high and spreads to more hours of the week? What is this birthright citizenship challenge? By reviewing the American legal principle of birthright citizenship, potentially upending a 127-year-old understanding of who gets to be a U.S. citizen. Am I at the threshold yet? Okay. That's NPR. Next, we have British Broadcasting Corporation. Oh, we saw this. England start World Cup against Croatia. Scotland to face Brazil. Netflix to buy Warner Brothers film and streaming businesses for $72 billion. North American leaders take stage together for the first time. The 25 best films of 2025. Your essential guide to the World Cup stadiums. Chiefs versus... It's just Chiefs. Okay. India travel chaos worsens as Indigo cancels hundreds of flights. Culture? I mean, I look at this and I think, Culture. We would sell books by AI. Okay. We would sell books by AI, says Waterstone's boss. Are these... What is this? I thought this was Shang-Chi. I thought this was Shang-Chi. Anything positive? Innovation? Innovation? Why exercise snacking could help you live longer? I have some stuff in my TLDR newsletter that I don't open because I thought it would be important. All right, so TLDR AI, right? This is a 29-minute read. I have no idea what this is. Let's just skim through it. Millions of people now use AI every day. In our sample, people are optimistic about the role AI plays in their work. People from the general workforce want to preserve tasks that define their professional identity while delegating routine work to AI. They envision futures where routine tasks are automated and their role shifts to overseeing AI systems. I agree. Creatives are using AI to increase their productivity despite pure judgment and anxiety about the future. They are navigating both the immediate stigma of AI use in creative communities and deeper concerns about economic displacement and the erosion of human creative identity. Scientists want AI partnership but can't yet trust it for core research. Scientists uniformly express a desire for AI that could generate hypotheses and design experiments, but at present they confine their actual use to other tasks like writing manuscripts or debugging analysis code. Workflow automation, music production. Sure. Control boundaries. A novel written by AI might have a great plot and be technically brilliant, but it won't have the deeper nuances that only a human can weave throughout the story. Yet, it will. You can surely you can train AI to write with nuance, right? What are the limits of training AI? I do have 20 seconds left in this podcast, but what are the limits when you train AI? I gotta watch... There are videos on the internet about, AGI. And what's that one channel that has millions of views? Oh, I saw this the other day. Waymo Robotaxi drives into active police scene. It's funny. And also something about school buses, too. But that's the podcast. I've exhausted my speech. I'm done. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.